systems, and we're trying to offer the newest and the best of what's available for game players in the United States.
What's it like being an editor of a magazine like that?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's pretty glamorous as far as being able to play all the new game systems like you're going to see here today. And we have people all around the country who write about the games, very knowledgeable people. Some of them create games, so they know the inside tips on the game systems.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I was looking at the magazine, one of the things that really caught my eye were these maps that mapped out an entire video game, and I thought that would be great, you know, so that I could play it better. But I also wondered, doesn't that kind of give away the game, or what is it for?
Some people say it gives away the game, but at the same time, the games are so complex, they're so difficult these days. To put a map in the game, which are very popular, people love to see the maps, it shows you different parts that you might get hung up on, and it becomes less discouraging. A game that you might have put on the shelf because it was too hard, you can get past a section that you were having trouble with before with the maps.
Oh, so you can move up a level by using the map. That's really neat.
Well, listen, Andy, we have all this stuff here. Let's start with this system right here. Tell us a little bit about it, what it is.
This is the TurboGrafx 16 by NEC. It has a lot of arcade quality games, very sharp graphics and sound, and the games come on small little turbo chips, they call them. These are little game cards, a little bigger than like a credit card.
Wow.
And they plug into the game system, and what you get on the screen is phenomenal.
Wow.
What are some of the components of the system that you're going to get there?
Well, with this system, it costs a little less than $200. You get the game machine, you get a turbo pad, which is your controller, and you get a game called Keith Courage in Alpha Zones, which is a running and jumping game, very similar to Super Mario Brothers. But again, the graphics, the character is very large, and the sound is very spectacular.
Wow. So any special features about this, I guess, besides the sound?
Just that it's the next step. It's really the next game machine, like the Genesis, in that it's a lot crisper. The pictures are a lot crisper, and the sound, instead of a lot of beeps and clicks that you used to get with the older game machines, you really hear music and you really hear voices.
Wow. That looks great.
Really?
How much do these little guys cost? So you get two of them when you buy it. How much
the cartridges will cost between $35 and $50.
Okay.
And hundreds of hours of play in each cartridge.
In each cartridge, wow.
You know what, I know there's no way we could have all these video games out here and not have somebody who would like to play this. Would anybody like to play this game here? Anybody want to play? How about you? Come right over here, ma'am. Nice round of applause over this young man.
Player.
Hi. What's your name? Morgan, I'm going to start this for you. We'll just start right here. And you just play for a while, then we'll come back and ask you what you think about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go on with it.
Hey, look, why don't we check out this one? It's been singing at me since you walked out here. What is the noise? And what's this one called? Okay,
this is the Sega Genesis. Sega is a familiar name. They already have their Sega Master System out. Again, this is their next generation video game machine. It's a 16-bit machine, which is a lot stronger in computing power than the previous machines were. It, too, will be just under $200.
Wow.
And the games come on cartridges, similar to a Nintendo or the Sega Master System.
Right.
And it allows you to play, again, arcade quality games in your home.
Special components that you would get with this?
With the Genesis, you get the Genesis game controller pad.
Right.
And Altered Beast, a familiar arcade game that has been translated to the Genesis in high quality.
Yeah, we played that one. That's wild, isn't it? It is. What I was wondering, what are the features of this system? What kind of things will it do?
Well, again, similar to the TurboGrafx, it's a next generation machine in that the graphics are impeccable, almost like a painting, and just like what you'd see in the arcade in your home. And the sound, it contains a lot of digitized sounds where they take an actual voice and record it and turn it into a computer program, so you hear actual voices on the screen telling you to run this way or grab a power-up or you're safe at home base or something like that.
Now, I was wondering, I read somewhere that you're able to hook this one up to somebody else's, so you could get a couple of people, or how does that work?
Right, there'll be a Telegenesis modem. A modem is a connection between two computers over a telephone, and you'll be able to play across town or across the country or across the world with another player. So like Greg and I could be in each at home, and then we could call each other on the phone and both play at the same time. By all means, you play baseball from across town.
That'd be wild.
Now, you told us before, but how much is the cost for this again?
Just under $200, and again, the cartridges will be similarly priced, about $30, $40.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
Now, are these cartridges compatible with the 8-bit system? Isn't that was the prelude to this?
Unfortunately not, because these are the next generation game machines.
Okay.
There will be an adapter called the power-based converter, which you can plug into your Genesis, which will allow you to play Sega Master System games on your Genesis. Again, there won't be any improvement in quality, but all those games that you've got saved up in the library, you can use them on the Genesis.
You can use them on this, but you can't take the cartridges that are built for this and put them on the old one.
Unfortunately not. It's a different machine.
I see. All right. Great. Should we get somebody to try this one out, Greg?
I don't know. Anybody want to play this one over here?
Somebody?
Just a few hands up there.
How about this guy right here in the front?
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Come up here, buddy.
Let me get you turned around right here. What is your name?
Michael.
Michael, will you mind to play this for us and then give us kind of your review at the end?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Can you get started and everything right there? Okay, he's got that going. Now, this is the one I love.
Yes.
This little guy, what is this?
That's
Tell
the
us about
Nintendo Game Boy. The name Nintendo is it's familiar to everybody who plays video games because they're very popular now.
Yeah.
But this is their portable game system. It's called the Game Boy.
Right.
And unlike older handheld games, they aren't limited to one single game.
Yeah.
Again, like a Nintendo home system, they have cartridges that you can plug into the Game Boy that let you play different games. Super Mario Land, Alleyway is a breakout kind of game, brick breaking, baseball, tennis, and Tetris.
Now, I do remember some little things like this we used to have back in school. I think you played football or soccer.
Right.
What's the difference between this and those?
The cartridges are the key because you can change games. The older games were limited to the football game.
Right.
You'd buy it, you were stuck playing the football. If you wanted to play golf, you had to buy another machine.
So this one you can play all those games, all the games that are available.
Right.
By using the same.
Now this thing is really light. This is the whole bit. That's it. That's all you need.
That's the whole thing. It's going to be about $90. The cartridges will be about $25.
Okay.
And it'll be a lot of the familiar games that you've seen on the Nintendo Entertainment System. There'll be Castlevania-like games, and of course the Mario Brothers, Super Mario Land will be available. And it has a stereo headphone jack so that you can listen in stereo.
Okay,
That's great.
And then I see we've got two of them here. Now what are we going to do with that?
Well, Nintendo has come up with a way for two players to play the Game Boy together.
Yeah.
You have a video link cable that plugs into the side here.
All right.
And this one would plug into yours.
I see. Cool. I can do this, I'm sure.
She's mechanical.
There, I've got it. I've done it myself. Okay.
And when we're hooked up together, we can play baseball where I'm pitching the ball, you're batting, or Tetris where we're playing on our own games. You see yours, I see mine, but they interact.
Right.
When I get something, you
So
lose.
Greg and I can get a really long cord. We can play this one across town, right? Okay.
That's true.
Okay, we're almost. We got to hurry here, but I got to see this one.
That's Greg's favorite.
What's the name of this? What is
Well, this is the Atari Lynx, and it's similar to the Game Boy in that it's portable. It's a little bit larger, so you can't put it in your pocket, but it fits into a book bag. It's going to be about $140, and its main difference, again, it has cartridges, but it also is in color.
In color?
Wow.
Yes. So the games are spectacular. California games, Gauntlet, Rampage, games that arcade players are familiar with. They're going to be available on the Lynx.
And when will this one be available?
This will be available in October.
Right.
And similar to the Game Boy, multiple players can get together and play together with a Comlinks cable. But the difference is between 8 and 16 people can get together.
Wow.
So you can get a party of people playing Rampage.
Wouldn't that be
or
wild? That would be
that's
great.
By all means.
That's great.
Great. Well, this looks fun. Listen, let's get over here and get our reviews.
Good. Let's do reviews.
Morgan's been here a little longer. You want to get her
Morgan,
first?
what do you think about this one over here? Turn right
Maybe
around
she
here.
can turn right around.
What do you think about this one?
It's different from other games.
How is it different?
Well, sometimes it works automatic. There are different things, and some things surprise you when you're playing.
Let me ask you, what did you think about the graphics? Did they look better than other video games you've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Some.
Okay, well that's a good rating from over here.
Sounds like she really likes
Let's
it.
check with
When will the kids be able to get this particular game? Do you know?
Well, by the time, actually it should be shipping right now, so you can go to major toy stores and get that.
Okay, now, what do you think? How do you like Sega Genesis?
The remote's lighter and there's better graphics.
So the remote's lighter and better graphics. Do you recommend this? I mean, do you think this would be something you want to push for the holiday season?
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, Mom and Dad, you're hearing it right here, okay? Great. All right, thanks for playing it for us and giving us your review.
Yeah, Andy Eddie, it's been great having
Thanks very much.
Fantastic.
Nice round of applause,
Boy.
please. Mr. Andy Eddie.
It's always nice to have an expert to help us out with something, isn't it?
Coming up next is Bananaman. You guys stick around.
Yeah, thanks.
This is 29 Acacia Road, and this is Eric, the schoolboy who leads an exciting double life. For when...
I'm sorry, I have to show you guys something. Guys, could you please read this for my mother, please?
Ready!
It is beautiful. I'm sorry. We'll be right back after this. This is great.